talk a little Torah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Guess what? Nobody? Nobody. No, some people putting their hand up. Never mind. It's rhetorical. Rhetorical, guess what? It's already May. I can't believe it. May 1st. May Day. For some, there is traditional folk dancing around a maypole with ribbons to celebrate the blossoming of spring, but actually it has roots, no pun intended, in pagan fertility rites. May 1st is also International Workers' Day, commemorating the historic struggles and gains made by workers and labor unions. This May 1st finds us in the middle of this time of counting. Over the past 4 weeks, we've had this daily mitzvah to do. We started on the second night of Passover, and we will end on Shavuot, which begins on Thursday, May 21st at sundown, and concludes the next evening as we travel from Holy Time of Shavuot Festival right into Holy Time of Shabbat. We're counting each day, 49 days in total. And when we land on the 50th day, we'll have a buffet of, not food, but we will have food, celebratory services happening on this bima. On Thursday night at our Shavuot service, we'll be led by 2 amazing 16-year-olds from our congregation who are confirming their Jewish identity and their learning. We'll be reading from our Holocaust scroll and sharing what an honor it is to guard the memory of this precious Torah that was rescued from a Nazi storehouse in Czechoslovakia. Then Friday morning, we have a festival morning service with Torah reading, Hallel Psalms, and a Yizkor service, followed by a Kiddush luncheon. And then on Friday evening, our task band will be here to accompany us into Shabbat. This is a beautiful season and the festival that is actually least observed by many Jewish people. Maybe because it doesn't have a Seder, or you don't build a hut in your backyard with branches for a roof. But I saw this tale yesterday in a newsletter that I subscribed to. The group is called Simchat Torah Challenge. And it shared that our rabbis have explained that the Omer is the ultimate countdown, just like a child that's excited, waiting for their birthday, counting down the days to that special occasion. So do the Israelites count down to the ultimate gift, Matan Torah, the giving of our Torah. It's a lovely idea, really, but there's one problem. We're not counting down, 49, 48, 47. We're actually counting up. And today we are at exactly 30 days. So why did the rabbis say that? Well, Rabbi Abraham Isaac Kook, the late chief rabbi of Israel, explained that the idea is here to remind us that holiness, the real theme of this week's Torah portion and more, isn't about the end goal. It's about continuing action and movement. One person can be a righteous and learned rabbi and another a simpleton. But if the rabbi does little to continue and grow their spirituality, while the simpleton works very hard at changing and atoning, it's actually the simple person who should be considered holier. An amazing story is offered by this rabbi to illustrate the idea in action. And it takes place on a day we will soon be observing, not Shavuot, but on the way to Shavuot, Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer count. It's special. The day has many wonderful customs, but perhaps the most famous is lighting of bonfires. And who doesn't love a good bonfire? We do this to celebrate and spread the light of a great 2nd century sage who actually passed away on that date, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, better known as the Rashbi. Having lived under the thumb of Rome, Rashbi learned one day that he and his son, Rabbi Elazar, were both wanted by the authorities for what? The crime of teaching Torah. And so, as the legend goes, the father and the son fled to a faraway cave, and they were immediately treated to this miracle. A well sprung up, so they always had fresh water to drink, and a carob tree popped up, so they always had food. So they lacked nothing. The two sat and they studied Torah for 12 years in that cave, until a voice came out and told them it was safe to leave the cave and return to the world outside. So out of the cave come the Rashbi and the Rashbi's son, Rabbi Elazar. But what they saw as their eyes grew accustomed to the light shocked and angered them. Out in the world, folks were just going about their business, working, chatting, and lazing about. And this infuriated these two holy men. How dare these people just live an ordinary life, they thought, when we were stuck in a cave for more than a decade doing nothing but learning the holy Torah. So mad were they, goes the story, that, and this may be where the space lasers come from, some kind of like laser beam came out from their eyes and actually killed people that they saw. Crazy legend, right? Stop, thundered a voice from heaven. I didn't let you out so you could go about destroying the world. Back to the cave you go. And back they went. And they sat in their cave learning Torah for another year before once again a voice spoke up and told them it was time again they could leave the cave. As they once again walked outside, Rashbi and Rabbi Elazar saw an old man. He was carrying 2 branches of myrtle leaves. Myrtle is that small leaf resembling maybe the shape of lips, they say sometimes, that we carry as part of our lulav when we put together our lulav. Carrying 2 branches of myrtle. And they stopped and they asked him, what are you doing? And he replied, it's Friday afternoon, and I'm carrying the branches to honor Shabbat. One branch is because the Torah tells us to remember Shabbat. And the other branch is because the Torah tells us to keep Shabbat. Shomer v'zachor, just as we have 2 Shabbat candles. He was doing this. The Rashbi was so moved, he turned to his son and he said, see how beloved the commandments are to Israel. Finally understanding that being holy doesn't mean to be perfect and elevated. It merely means taking small, sensible steps to make sure we grow a little bit each day. Constantly asking ourselves, what else can we do to make our lives, ourselves, everyone and everything around us a little more enchanted, special, holy? Whether or not you'll be lighting a bonfire this Lag BaOmer, let's hope this story continues to warm and inspire us. We're living in a time when public discourse is often harsh, when differences can quickly turn into divisions, when it's easy to forget the humanity of those who disagree with us. In such a world, the call of our Torah portion this week and more, it's so poignant. Live in a way that makes holiness visible. Not through perfection, but through responsibility and daily actions. Not through separation, but through connection. To be holy is not to withdraw from the world into your cave. It's to engage with it more deeply, more ethically, more mindfully. Ken Yehi Ratzon and Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. I have a song I'd like to share with you tonight by Josh Nelson. Really a song about our Jewish story and how we keep going and keep passing our tradition on to the next generation. We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first, but not the last. Lidor vador nagid god lecha. Lidor vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Lidor vador, these lips will praise your name. When we're looking back on our journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to those waters that would part, we are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way. And the words would bring us meaning. Let us have the strength to say, Lidor vador nagid god lecha. Lidor vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Lidor vador, these lips will praise your name.